It's so simple. I just had to give everyone a motive. Huh? There's something inside the cardboard box. It's a bunch of DVDs, and each one has a label on it with someone's name. This must be the video for each of us you mentioned. It was my family. So this is what he meant by motive. He wants to fuel our desire to leave so that we're more likely to start killing each other. I want out! Let me out here! Right now!
To kill or be killed? I just can't take this anymore.
And all of a sudden, my door started rattling and shaking. If you don't mind, can we maybe switch rooms? Just for tonight. Oh, she's dead. Is it bad she's dead? It's a knife from the kitchen. Deadly one. When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at a huge ceiling. It was a ceiling I remembered seeing before. And when I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. Again, it was someone I'd seen before. Ah, you're awake, finally. Are you okay? Now's no time for sleeping. Get your ass up, huh? You're unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here.
Well,
It's no surprise considering what happened. What happened? Hey, are you okay? So it wasn't a dream? What I saw? It was real? That's right. It really did happen. Sayaka is dead. A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body and then exploded out of me. I shot up and took off running. Hey, where do you think you're going? I have to see for myself. I have to see if Sayaka's...
just give up.
You can check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrecoverably dead. No, I have to see for myself.
Why?
Listen to us, man. What do you
What?
think's gonna happen if you go out there? Well, what good is it gonna do if we're just sitting around here? I mean, why are we all hanging out in the gym at a time like this? Our friend Sayaka, she's dead. Dead. When I said that, it finally hit me. I realized she really was gone.
Calm down.
None of us want to be here right now either. Then why? She shouldn't be obvious. Monokuma, he told us all to come here. Well, hold on. Don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remembered the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But
So,
I'm the one who convinced them to come. Right now we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason.
correct.
We don't need to make any more sacrifices when we already have. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka.
Wrong.
I would never do that. If you can believe anything, you can believe that. He's here again.
Hey!
Unless someone violates a school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you, I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of our school life here.
Listen up!
I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following the Bear Times 1 rule.
But
Then, who did it? Who killed her?
come
You
on!
already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you. Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka? Don't be stupid, that's...
What?
What's the matter? You guys all look like you're about to see a dove just got shot with a Gatling gun. Don't you remember what I told you when this all began? One of you decided to kill Sayaka so that you could graduate. Someone's just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well,
You're lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
wrong.
Nope, sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact. What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. So it's not Sayaka. Sayaka's not the killer! Unless she killed herself. Are you serious?
What
Someone
is this?
someone killed someone? It was amazing that some people are capable of.
Just hold on.
Hey, hold on. Don't just assume he's telling the truth.
Stop talking.
That's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, what person gets to graduate from the school, right? Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave.
What?
Why are you laughing? It's 'cause naive. You're just so naive. You think it's really that easy? You can't just kill someone and waltz on out of here. You're super naive, devilish naive, hellishly naive. No, 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 no. The real thing has just begun. The real thing?
Now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part to the agreement you have to uphold, remember?
Then perhaps.
You're referring to rule number 6 of the school regulations. You are black and committed the murder. You can't be found out by the other students. That's what you are talking about, is it not?
In other words,
Bingo! It's not enough to just kill someone. You have to actually get away with it. Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with. So a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial? Yep, it will begin a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the blackened who committed the murder, and the spotless students will engage in one big debate showdown.
during the trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the blackened is. And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote. If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly, then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment. Which, of course, means your school life will come to an end. As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it.
Well,
So, what exactly is this punishment you're talking about? Oh, well, to put it simply, it's execution. Execution!
what?
And by execution, you mean...
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair. Bzz, bzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
Interesting. So, to make sure I understand, if we get the culprit right, then only they die. But if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed?
Well,
What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you, implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, an inquisition type thing. Which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully because all your lives are on the line. Okay, let me just add the rule I just described to your handbook. Make sure to keep it in mind. New rule has been added to the regulations menu.
Hey,
Oh, wait, hold on a second.
Hell are you
You're
talking about?
freaking insane, you know that?
huh?
What the?
A class trial? What the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with it.
What's this?
Why not?
Stop it!
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone? What? Are you saying you're not going to participate in a trial? Only punishment awaits it. Such blasphemy.
The hell are you
What?
talking about?
Punishment? I might, I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something?
Shut the hell up!
Shut the hell up. What? Say whatever you want. I'm not going to be part of this.
I
Don't be so
believe
selfish.
it.
Stop it!
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's just got nothing to do with me. Devil, evil standing here before me. I'm trembling with fear. I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first. As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. And then... Yeah.
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Oh.
Are you?
Huh?
Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help to me, godly spear, Gungnir.
Gungnir. Ooh, she's dead. She's dead.
This wasn't supposed to... Why me?
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again. Oh,
No
she's just
way.
dead on the floor. What the? I don't... This can't be real. No!
Well now.
No, I am painfully aware of great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know. But I guess you'll need to be taught a lesson after all, huh? What an amazing promise. And now you guys understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
She did. Has been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I've ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny that what they've seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, the death of a human being.
Hey,
It's really not all that shocking. You just died, that's all. Just went and died. There's no more remarkable than inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality.
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something? I changed my mind.
I knew it.
No, you've been wanting to kill this entire
say
time.
what?
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly. You can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time?
Damn it.
Come on, what do you take me for? I'm Monokuma!
Well now.
Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in your search for the Blackened. It's a little file that has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I like to call it...
The Monokuma file.
I mean, naturally, you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead, I've gathered everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So then,
Wait, so then you know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial, now could I?
correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Well,
Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long, nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course. But there was more to that than that. There was more than that. There's also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We'd find ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, the dead corpse is just laying there. She didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her.
Hey,
Now's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is close all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else.
What?
Huh?
in other words...
Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust is, of course, up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about this certainly isn't going to help anything.
What the heck?
Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have to blame yourself. Have
That's
yourself to blame.
terrible.
What an awful thing to say, especially after what's happened.
Just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right. We need to begin our search right away.
course.
Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward.
What the heck?
We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do this. We just have to do it. Everyone just repeating the sentiment. They were using it as a mantra to give themselves strength. But they're right. We just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this. I'm gonna ask everyone real quick. You've been quiet. If we find out who did it, then only that person dies. But if we get it wrong, then all the rest of us face execution? That's what that ridiculous rule regulation said, right? So stupid! We need to hurry up and figure out who the culprit is.
Are you serious?
So we're really gonna try and find out who did it? Can I investigate your dead body? I gently place my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, but they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I feel like that was obvious. I don't know why you even bothered to check after those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hold on. Hold on. Just wait a second. If she is dead, then that means everything that happened so far is real. It's no joke. Remember, it's really real. Oh no! Someone save me! Let me out of here! Somebody help me!
What's your problem?
It's happening now. Hey, Celestina.
Oh.
So you finally noticed? Huh? Noticed what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received, and I noticed something very obvious, very unusual. Huh? What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm. What? She's right. Then could it be? All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Hold on a second. You've got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it? Currently, everyone thinks I did. I hate this, but still, we don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it, or else we're all dead.
Hey,
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so nobody can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
Hey,
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone.
What?
What? Why the hell not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, that's the first thing you would do. By volunteering for guarding duty, you're in position to destroy all evidence you want. What? F you.
So then.
Fine, then I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. Two-player co-op base defense with the two of them, with their stats, they're totally OP. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith into the rest of you. I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try.
Then.
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation at this point. We should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong,
So,
well, do I really have to say any more?
actually,
I'd rather you didn't. No.
goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. And with that, Kyoko hurried off to
Goodbye.
the gym. I'll be going too. And just like that, Kyoko... I got a weird deja vu. What the heck? Okay. He was gone before we realized it.
Yo.
Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I better head to the scene of the crime. That's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch just did this is here right now and they're thinking of destroying the evidence,
You're fucking dead.
they better not let me find him. I'll skip the trial and cave their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious. I will f them up. Laying his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
So,
But, I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? We're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
anyway,
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
this is
It was
very
you. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Don't come any closer. You're gonna kill me next.
So,
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet. That's true. We may as well at least check. Just check. Even if we wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black
Oh,
out.
yeah?
Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. I feel like that's a lie. I feel like that's a lie. She literally just watched Junko get stabbed and she didn't pass out. Alright, I guess I better get going. Well, wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. It was pointless. Everyone had already left. And their parting looks at me had still been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will...
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair. Bzz, bzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka. The time of death was estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow I have to find out the truth. So that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. File number 1 has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. What do you have to say? No way! I seriously don't want to die here! I'm begging you, God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me! I don't care who it is, just get me out of here! Hiro doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. What do you say? Aren't you going to help investigate, Chiro? Oh, wait, Chiro? But I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her. Anyone else in here? No? Alright. Is she still dead? gently place. She really is dead. Damn it. Why is this happening? First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. We won't make any progress without investigating there. Well, I know she got stabbed with a knife, and those knives were in the kitchen. So I headed to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remained. I better examine the state of my room a little closer. This might reveal something new. There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is this evidence of a struggle? It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it! I was right there in the other room! If only I could heard something. That would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could have happened in the room right next to you, and there's no way you could have known.
Well,
perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for a murder. Evidence of a struggle has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. There are gouges in the bed like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? What about the lint roller? Huh? Looking at this lint roller, looks like there was way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? The toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence it's been used at all, which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I need a toolkit like this.
yo.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo.
What?
We ain't exactly in the mood
What?
to be building furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either yet?
What?
Not just me.
What?
Nobody's busted theirs out yet. Far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way,
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet, because, like, why the hell would we? Toolkit has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Okay. What about this? The notepad is still there, but I don't think it's relevant right now. This is the replica sword I brought back from self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it had been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised that it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off on part of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. Replica sword has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. So if somebody has, like, gold on this. There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it, so this must be my room key. If I remember correctly... Ah, that's right! We'll have to trade keys. When we switch rooms, we switch keys too, so Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open the door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or open it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something. No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms. With how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she wouldn't have dropped it. So, how did the killer... Switching rooms has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Surveillance camera. The mastermind must be using them to keep an eye on... They don't do anything to stop what's happening. They just keep on watching. I should look around here first. I can check other spots later. I did look around here. I don't know. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense, but there's some attack somehow. The sword's been taken out, but... Huh? There's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made when something sharp, but how did the sheath get scratched up like this in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it, right? A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of the fight. So why are there scratches on the sheath? Replica sword sheath has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. What do you have to say?
By the way,
You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible.
son of a bitch.
That dirty
Dude,
bastard. Anyone
shit.
who raises their hand to a woman is scum. That deserves death. That's what my brother taught me.
fucking dead.
So if I ever find that son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. But what if it was a girl that did it?
Yo,
That'll all get sorted out when the time comes. Okay. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too?
hey.
I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see. What do you have to say? Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area, but
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
she was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of
Did
my
you
room.
lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said,
Listen,
"Are you a clean freak?" Huh? No, I don't think so, but what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey,
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. What do you mean by that? Unusual? What do you mean?
so...
I've searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really?
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, not one hair from you, not even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room has been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it too?
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well,
That's the question, isn't it? Miyako's room cleanliness has been added to the True Bullets section of your handbook. Let's look in the bathroom now. The bathroom. And on the other side of that door... No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Ooh, she's very dead. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her her. Sayaka. All at once, I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, and the urge to burst into tears. But I can't. I can't hesitate now. But why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I had to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse, but that thought held me up and supported me. Wait, L-E. I looked past Sayaka on the wall behind her, and there I saw... What? Written in blood was the numbers 11037. Are you sure it's 11037, or was she trying to spell Leon? Did Sayaka do this? It was either that or she was spelling Leon. I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's no time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. A sharp object had been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. Whoever they used to kill her, where did they get it? It's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. But there's something sort of glittery there on her wrist too. Right there, where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. It definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is... Huh? There's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms of both her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger? Sayaka's wrist has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. I mean, how could her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. I mean, it is possible that this is Leon, right? It's not too much of an assumption. Yes.
It would seem.
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers. That most likely is Sayaka's dying message. Never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with her life
Right.
herself. Do you often talk like an aspiring poet? But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what it could possibly mean.
So.
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, I mean, she must have wrote them turning only her hand toward the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? The result?
Well,
Think about it. You're not going to tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. I'm telling you, it's Leon. She wrote upside down. Yeah, see? She was trying to make an N. You can see it. Dying message has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. It sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means, but honestly, I have no idea. I do! I have an idea! Oh, I know who I should talk to when it comes to numbers. Who better to ask than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door of your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck?
What?
Gets stuck. Yeah, I guess I'm the only one who, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked, but once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Bathroom door frame has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Huh? The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? The doorknob. The doorknob is crooked. What the heck? What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this? Somebody did open their
It
toolkit.
would seem.
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So.
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathroom can lock, right? She stood there for a moment, lost in thought. Then, apparently stuck with a sudden realization, she shot a question at me.
Just a second.
I have just one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms, so what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it. Hmm? Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all
I
this.
see.
Then that clears that up. Huh? What clears what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
Well, see you later. As if forgetting I was ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. Bathroom doorknob has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once-over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from, and also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that, I'm sure that there was some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is. I've reached 5 hours, and I kinda need to stop. But, everything's interesting. I am convinced it's Leon, though, because she meant to write Leon, not numbers. Especially with that line going across from the top of one of the numbers to the bottom. She was definitely meaning to spell Leon, so Leon was the one that killed her. I'm gonna pick this back up tomorrow. But right now I need to stop because it is nighttime and I do have work. So